Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIKWM France deck G4, G5, and G deck with some stuff removed, 4 with Lady in Waiting, Freemason, and Bigfoot. So let's get right into this draft. Well, Master Tanner, Dung Collector, Champion Breeder, they all say get animals, breed them early. Um, Now, which of the cards are the most critical to get? So, Master Tanner lets you family growth, which gets you more actions. Champion Breeder gives you bonus points, and Dung Collector lets you plow. So these two I would say are pretty similar. And then Master Tanner is the really key card. Um, but then again, oh, I don't know. Let's try it. Either Champion Breeder or Dung Collector will come back, so let's start with Master Tanner. I think Champion Breeder is a better card, but yeah, let's try this. One of those two will, hopefully will come back. And then from this, okay. Oh, definitely Acquirer. Okay, Acquirer with Master Tanner is an excellent combo. Acquirer can grab cattle early on in the game. If Pen Builder came back, that would be pretty cool, because even just holding one breeding pair of cattle early is nice. Yeah. Okay, from this one, wow, Tenant Farmer is like the perfect card for Master Tanner, in that you get animals and then it can make the acquirer easier. So I might take Tenant Farmer. The other thing I would consider is Omni Farmer. Omni Farmer would let me get a bunch of bonus points, but I think Tenant Farmer, just because it works so perfectly with Master Tanner, or one of the two cards that I hope comes back. It just helps you get that breeding pair. Like if you fence in round 9, you haven't had time to get a bunch of breeding pairs, so you can play Tenant Farmer, which maybe if you have two animals, you get one of each kind and then breed them for the round 10. Something like that. And then you eat the sheep for whatever. So yeah, so the play would be something along the lines of have a room in a stable so that you have room for a cattle and a boar. Then you play Tenant Farmer to get the second, and then you can breed those and eat the third. Something along those lines. Um, I'm not super stoked on any of these. Rancher would be good because I need the wood. But I think what I'm going to take here is Pig Whisperer. Again, Acquirer, I want to get Animal early. Maybe Pig Whisperer and Tenant Farmer pop off at a similar time. Animal Welfarist is quite difficult to make work effectively. Very difficult to make work. So keys for me, getting an early cooking hearth. With Acquirer, you really want that cooking hearth. And then playing the Acquirer, of course, and then playing Pig Whisperer. What's the latest time to play Pig Whisperer? 10, so round 4 is the latest time. So that should be very doable. And then I can either build grow, or I can just grow with Master Tanner. I'll maybe kind of see. I won't push for the first room if like I can, but if I can jump ship to get like jump in turn order to get first growth with the Master Tanner, that's an option. Acquirer could be quite cool. So that would be a reason to stay on a low room number and just go for a lot of like a really pretty farm, 5 fields, lots of animal points, that kind of thing. I have not seen a single 4 wood improvements or 4 wood occupations. That's kind of weird. So 1 game left. I'm pretty sure I've got this one. The only person that can come close is Rob. And I'm blocked. My first action was 2 stone, blocking Rob from being able to get stone in. I blocked him from being able to take stone in Reno because I figured take stone Reno is the only way that I can lose to him. Um, Also, if he takes stone now, I can always like block the other stone or block Reedstone Food. So, and Reedstone Food's not that bad for me because I got Basket Maker's Workshop. So, yeah, pretty sure this is a win. I was very surprised that Family Growth came back to me though. I think cattle got taken, cattle, plow, and wood got taken. I was just expecting plow, cattle, Family Growth, something like that. But that's okay. So we're all just waiting on Bigfoot at the moment. Oh, so news. I guess, um, I guess taking a long hiatus and then coming back was really good for getting people to watch me on Twitch, which is kind of funny. The reason I say that is because I didn't really put a lot of effort into streaming, but this card is Dung Collector for sure, definitely. So now I'm looking for ways to fence early and hold animals early. Um, None of these look that good for me. Chief's Grandson might be good if I get something like Slapdash Reno. Drinker of Absinthe is only okay. It's only okay. Like Water Carrier, Drinker of Absinthe, they're pretty similar. So let's try Chief's Grandson. I'm probably not going to play any of the 3, but in the case where Chief's Grandson is good for me, then it's like quite reasonable. And then this one, Indentured Servant, there you go. So maybe there's 2 cards here that encourage me going to a stone house early. If I get like Slapdash Reno. Oh wow, and there's Lighthouse. Lighthouse is... Oh, but then there's Pumpkin Trellis and Evening Prayer. If I could do something like Evening Prayer, then Pumpkin Trellis, because I could acquire the vegetables very early, it would give me a reason to plow twice early on. Oh man, that would get my animals to hold with the acquirer. But yeah, that's too greedy. That's too much to do. I'm gonna take a Lighthouse here. Lighthouse with Chief's Grandson, Indentured Servant. That looks pretty good. Looks quite strong to me. So Joe just saying, I think people wait too late to plow too often. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, and in the EIK version, there's definitely fewer ways to plow. What are my favorite sets? I really enjoy this set, the EIK WM France Stick G4 G5. Only difference in this game is we've got some G cards in it. So yeah. Okay. Ruins can be kind of fun, but I need my stone. Looks like the pick here is Donkey. Donkey's quite good. And again, I want to fence early, so my plows might become a little late. Yeah, I really enjoy this set. I mean, it's what I've played the most with. I'm the most comfortable with it, and I've had very good success with it. So definitely the set I'm the most familiar with. This collection, at least. Yeah, definitely in the EIK game, what I'm noticing is 2 big mistakes. Is one, poor wood management. Like I'm seeing a lot of times people building a fourth room and growing, and then spending a bunch of turns taking food to feed their fourth person, rather than fencing, covering up all those spaces, and then being able to hold breeding pairs of animals. So like I feel like I've done really well just from making sure that I can fence in round 12 or round 11, and then it's like there's two sets of animals or something, which is ridiculous. It should not normally be the case. So, yeah. Anyways, news for the channel. I wasn't like deliberately streaming a lot, but I had a week where I streamed like 3 days or whatever, and that was enough to so that I met the requirements to become a Twitch affiliate. And Twitch affiliation just means that you can subscribe to me and you can cheer in the channel with some bits. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming a lot or streaming really regularly, but if it was something you were thinking about doing, be cool if you talk to me about it, and what you're looking for. And like, I don't know if anyone will actually subscribe. I don't know if I will stream enough that anyone would want to do it, but means we get an emoticon, so we can decide what that would be. I think like the food icon would be kind of cool, or else the braggart, something like that. We could do something fun like that. I don't know. It's just something that is thinking about. Um, okay, next pile. Uh, Shepherd's Croc. Oh, Verindi. Oh. Oh, you missed out on your chance to be my first ever subscriber. So, yeah, I don't have one yet, Joe. So if you have an idea for an emote that you think would be cool, it's probably got to be Agricola related. Uh, let's talk about that. Um, Looking at this, Pole Barns is quite good. I actually like Shepherd's Croc in this position because it gets you the animals to start popping off Dung Collector. Like you can fence 14 and then you get your Dung Collector going. Problem with Shepherd's Croc is it really does not go with Donkey. So I think I'm going to take Pole Barns here. Pole Barns is quite nice. March could be good, but I don't like giving up animals. And the rest I don't really need. I don't need Sack Cart when I have Acquirer, for example. Um, hmm. I don't need Huntsman's rifle like an Acquire Cattle. Um, Clockwork, although it is, I could acquire boar instead of cattle. That would be the argument. So instead of going for cooking hearth, I could do huntsman's rifle, um, or a beggar card. Well, it wouldn't be the beggar card. It would probably just be the beggar symbol. But I don't know if that's like familiar enough. Um, Clockwork Man. No, I need my stone. Coffee break. Coffee break is an interesting option. But probably I'm going to want to play Master Tanner sometime after my Lighthouse growth. So the timing would be kind of awkward. Paved road is always something to consider. High point ceiling. I think what I take here is coffee break. I really like coffee break. Oh, kids corner. Ooh, I was talking about how I needed a way to hold more animals in my house, wasn't I? Okay, let's take kids corner. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about holding multiple types of animals, wasn't I? Wow, landing net is still available. Oof. Ooh, geez. Oh, these four of these five cards are amazing, and actually, helpful neighbors is good for me this game because wood to a stone in a lighthouse game is fantastic. Do you take start player to go on read stone food? It's excellent. Um, wow. Let's say Muddy Bog is the worst option, so then it's Black Swan Lake, Winter Pond, Landing Net. I definitely need stone. So I'm going to want to go on Reedstone Food twice. 3 times with Kids Corner. We'll see. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, well, I'll maybe do. I think the food icon would be kind of fun because then too, like when someone subscribes or whatever, you can like spam the food icon, or if like it's harvest time, time to feed our family. I don't know, something silly like that. Let's grab Black Swan Lake here. But that was hard. All those cards were excellent. Um, 3 cards to deal with sowing, and I'm probably not going to sow until late. I actually like the idea of taking Night Bazaar here, because what I can do is when I reno with my clay house, I can play Night Bazaar and grab stone and reed, which would let me then reno again, something like that. And then this, let's take March here. I really don't want to play Shepherd's. I'd rather play, well, with March I'm less likely to play Donkey. But the problem is without Shepherd's Croc, like Donkey just doesn't work. What's my favorite Oct to play? Oh, that's a hard one. Hewer, I really like the Hewer that gives a food and a stone whenever the clay space is not taken, because I feel like that's a card that rewards really good planning, and like foresight into what your opponents are going to do, as well as the payout is really good. Like food and stone is a really good payout. I wonder, actually, I could ask Chris. I could ask Chris what my most played occupations are. And then maybe we use that one. Something like that. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. Okay, let's resize this stuff a little bit. So I go last, which is, I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad, honestly. It's really difficult to say. I might do 2 clay to get that early fireplace. How many games are you planning to play tonight? At least 5. Well, no, I don't know. The problem is the site's not that active. So if I want to stream a lot, I need to play other games as well. Like on Board Game Arena's pretty active, or on Boîte à Jeux, stuff like that. Oh, jeez. And Freemason plays the Village Druid, which means he's going to want to grab that fireplace. Oh, sorry, Freemason. I want the fireplace. With the choir, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Talking about other board game streamers, have I found any? Found one guy that does Terra Mystica videos, but doesn't have that much content up. I would love to play Terra Mystica online. We've been playing that offline and having a great time doing it. So I'd love to get better at that game. The problem is, I don't know that there's that great of a live implementation, because again, most games sites are set up so that you play like asynchronously. And so then if you're streaming, I guess you could do it kind of like poker, where you are playing multiple games at once, and you're looking at them, something like that. Freemason plays Cocotte. Okay. Yeah, so if Major Minor doesn't come round 2, he can beat me to the 2 clay fireplace. But you know what? If I take 2 clay and then 4 clay, that's fine, because I need 2 clay for my reno. and 4 clay for my hearth, so something like that could be okay. Bigfoot working gloves, alright. I'll grab wood here. Have I played the new Galaxy one? What do you mean by Galaxy? Is that a Terra Mystica game, or is that a different board game altogether? Oh, there's Major Minor. Good, 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 good. Oh, and he plays Educator. Ooh. So I think I need to do... do I need to get my Acquirer out? Passing up on Reedstone Food seems like a bad idea, considering I need to get on Reedstone Food. Yes, Educator plus Working Gloves is really good. There's Educator and Working Gloves. Gaia Project. I know I haven't played that one at all. Is it a Terra Mystica like spiritual successor, or I it's unfamiliar to me. I guess with sheep coming round 1, Major Minor coming round 2, Acquirer is less important to me. Yeah, no, we just got, we actually just bought the Fire and Ice expansion for Terra Mystica. We just, so we just started. We played 1 game, 2 games with it so far. Yeah, Terra Mystica's fun. It's really hard. I really have a really hard time with the game. Like I'm not, I mean, I think I'm reasonable at it because I'm like pretty reasonable at board games, but like amongst my roommates and stuff, like I'm definitely probably the worst at Terra Mystica because there's something that I'm not getting about it. Well, Lady in Waiting is going to take Evening Prayer. And if she does that and then Freemason takes 2 clay and Fireplace, I'm going to be very sad. So let's just play the Fireplace here. Get it played, get it done. Yeah, we've been playing mostly 3-player because it's me and 2 of the guys I live with. Terraforming Mars, I've heard good things. I have a friend that I follow on Twitter that tweets about it all the time. I've never played it though. Welcome Aquamess. Sorry that you missed the draft. What you can think about Aquamess is if I had an emote on Twitch, because I'm now an affiliate and eligible for 1 emote, what should it be? Think about that and make your suggestion. No. Oh, that's not good. So Lady in Waiting plays Rancher and Seed Seller. What's really not good is Bigfoot playing Pen Builder and Cat Lover, meaning that Bigfoot is in a position to grab those sheep, which makes everything that I've done so far very bad. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Like I've turned it on, but I don't know that I'm actually going to do anything with it. Like I've turned on the fact that I'm an affiliate, but like the things are pretty low. Yeah, rip entire strategy. Yeah. Yeah. And then Freemason is gonna takes 4 clay. Oh man, this might be a fun one, guys. This might be a fun one. You know what though? These guys are all super strong players, so this is fun. I've had some games where it's not been all strong players, so this is a lot more fun. Yep, there goes the sheep. That's really unfortunate. Oh well, let's play Acquirer here. And then my second action, maybe start player something. Oh, and he has immigrant son too. Actually, that's good. We should feed the immigrant son that hurt the rancher. Just got the EIK deck shipped to me. Oh, excellent. So, where did you end up getting them from? Did you get them from like someone who was selling their game, or cool, very cool Aquamess? Has anyone played much with the ABCD? Well, I think Aquamess has because he has the 2016 edition as his, like, that was his entry to the franchise. Um, I haven't played that much of it. We played it a little online. Just ship me the deck, please. Well, that works. Board Game Geek also has a pretty robust resale market, which is kind of cool. Um, oh my, oh my God. Uh, okay, Bigfoot wins. Oh my God. Like, I think Cat Lover and Educator are a terrible combo, but then he got Pen Builder. And if he saw Pen Builder with the Cat Lover, then we're done. So the C&D decks should be in, you should be able to get them like online. Like they're still being sold in like their first edition. Oh man. Bigfoot is going to destroy us. Can we starve him? If we could starve him, that would be cool. But he has 2 food there, and there's 2 4-food options coming up. Yeah, okay. So I could play to get 6 wood, or I could play for reedstone food. I guess I want reedstone food, don't I? And I'll acquire a cattle. Yeah, I think C and D is artifacts. So yeah, C and D, if you search artifacts right now, I think that's what the C and D deck is. But you are totally right, it is a little confusing. Um, WM, absolutely. That's a fantastic deck. Wow, and Bigfoot is so confident that he's not going to starve. He's like, I don't even need to take food. He's probably right because it is unlikely that we are going to make him starve, but whatever. Do I still play Pig Whisperer? Probably. Probably I will. So second action, 3 wood should go. Unless I want to take traveling players or fishing. Yeah, I guess the problem with playing Pig Whisperer here is that it means I can't acquire in round 5. And if I can't acquire in round 5, that means I need to do an animal purchase or like a food action. If I don't do a food action, then I also can't acquire in round 6. So, yeah. Yeah, A and B is a mix for sure. And I mean, I think some of the changes are very good. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you can always play if the 2 cards, like the 2 duck pawns, are quite different. Like one has a point and is free. The other one is like kind of a strictly worse. Well, I guess maybe you don't want the strictly worse version to be in the same pile as the other one. uh, Hut builder and dentist. Wow. Oh, Freemason will have a nice game. Well, I guess he's got that village druid. That's what's feeding the writing desk. Bigfoot gonna play 2 occupations here for 2 wood and take fishing. The only thing that annoys me about AB is the random renaming of cards that are exactly the same, like the axe. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm pretty annoyed. Yeah, you have, yep, I would agree. Um, yeah, so am I giving up on Pig Whisperer? I think I might be. And if I am, oh, I can build the first room. If I can build the first room, I should build the first room. And actually, Lady in Waiting needs to take food. So that means I can go into round 5 and build the first room. All right, so that means I should definitely take food here. That looks fine. Okay, that's okay. I mean, if I get first growth, that's not terrible. So I eat that, and then I eat that, and get 3 food, and then I acquire another cattle. I can still master Tanner on a 3-room house. I just don't play Lighthouse, which is fine. Um, a lot of the AB cards help get cattle veg out earlier, which is helpful for newer players that may not understand the availability of those items. Also, a lot of basic cards that just buff actions on the board. Joe, Alchemist again, so true. I'm sorting out my. Oh, yeah, the renaming, yeah. And there's 10 piles of Agricola cards on my deck right now. That's great. I love it. You know what I really wish I had? I wish I had a card shuffler because I have too many Agricola cards. I want to play with them all in one set. I have too many of them. So I really want an auto shuffler, but the problem is if you get a cheap auto shuffler and it ruins your cards, that they're like kind of priceless. So I would need to sleeve them all first, and that would be quite the project. So maybe if I get subscribers on my Twitch channel, I'll use it to buy sleeves and an auto shuffler. I don't know. Something silly like that. Oh, this is quite nice for Freemason. Absence on 6 wood. I get family growth round 5. That's pretty good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Um, I sleeve mines, and you can't get good quality sleeves, unfortunately. Just because of the sizing, Aquamis? Is that why? Like the cards are kind of an awkward size compared to other stuff. Like certainly I would say it's probably not that common, would be my guess at least. All right, time to build a room. Yeah, take Lighthouse first pick for no reason. Woo! Yeah, they're a specific size, not even standard Euro size. Taller than YGO very slightly as well. Acquire is based on number of people, right? Food equal to the number of family members. Yep. You know what I could do? Oh, this would be interesting. I could avoid family growthing here. The advantage is it saves me 1 food on my acquirer for next round. The other advantage is Bigfoot is going to build and grow a bunch of times. Freemason is going to build and grow a bunch of is going to build probably once and then hot build once. So if I make family growth happen later and I get the first growth, theoretically I think that should benefit me. Because if we do if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would grow again round 9, or I could grow again round 10. I like this actually. I like this idea. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave family growth fallow. Hey, I was just reading a comment on the YouTube channel about how I could have done room, then take sheep, then grow first action next round. Yeah. Yeah, let's explore this a little. So what would my second action be? Playing an occupation? Um, hmm. What would, okay, so what do I want to play with as my minor improvement? Um, Black Swan Lake is my only really good option right now. So if I'm gonna play Black Swan Lake, then playing more occupations would be nice. Or I could play Kids Corner and play Black Swan Lake later. Yeah, Case has so many cards I ran out of sleeves. So I could play an occupation here. That's what I'm thinking about. The other reason I'm thinking about this is giving Freemason more time to grow ahead of Bigfoot. So I could do Reedstone Food, and then I would be in a good spot to build the well, which would be nice also. Because then I could play Kids Corner. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Um, so I get net +1 food from eating a cattle and acquiring. Let's try this out. Now, if someone has like head of the family, then I mean really they win with me doing this. Or something like that. Yeah, Freemason is pretty far away from being able to build animals. I guess what this is doing is just giving Bigfoot more time to get his resources. But you know what? He had such a crazy start. I think I have to do what I can to delay him. I think I do, yeah. So I'm looking at taking wood, playing the well, family growth thing, and then getting my master tanner going, and then after that, as much wood as I can to get fences up so that I can play dung collector and start using it. If I can do dung collector for 3 fields, I think I can win. If I do dung collector for 2 fields, it's still worth doing. But if I can get my 2 animals breeding in round 11, 3 fields, and I can afford to pay the food, that would be really strong. That would be really strong if I can do that. That plus well plus really pretty farm might be able to do some cool stuff. And I have the cards for it. Tenant Farmer, Dung Collector. I definitely have the cards for it. So I'll play Kids Corner here. And then my second action is probably 3 wood if it's available. Otherwise, I could play Master Tanner second action. Yeah, if 3 wood's not available, I'll play Master Tanner second action. You know what? I don't need to play Master Tanner this round. I can play it round 7 because I can hold 2 cattle now. So I don't have to eat this cattle before I get rid of it. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, chat, what do you guys think? Was leaving family growth empty the right move? You guys tell me. Growing is for suckers. Also winners. Because usually it's how you win. Wow. Lady in Waiting took start player. Huh. Why? Six Wood's not coming back. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. Ah, first pick Lighthouse. So sad. Yeah, this was kind of an eccentric draft. I have Lighthouse, I have Chief's Grandson, Indentured Servant, all of which are pretty much dead cards for me. Lighthouse for sure is dead. I have Donkey and Dung Collector, both of which do the same thing, make it easier for me to plow if I can have space to hold animals. Kind of redundant. But you know what? Donkey's a point, and it might be like round 13 start player to round 14 plow sow with Donkey or something. Can you drag down the player bottoms to see the cards? Absolutely. And you know what I will also do? I'll make this higher to give so that you guys can kind of catch the picture. I know it's hard. There's like so much information that you, if you don't like, especially if you can't read any of the text, right? Like, there was a Firefox extension that let me get rid of these address bars, but it's gone, or address bars, but it's gone. I don't know. It doesn't work on the new version, which is kind of annoying. I also want to show these. The other thing I can do is like scroll everything out more, but that makes it like even harder to see the text. Seeing half the picture is good enough. I guess it's like a reminder, right? Because hopefully it's come up in chat and you've seen it in chat. And oh, okay. Lady in Waiting played what? Freemason played Old Hiker. Okay, Lady in Waiting, start player Muddy Bog. Freemason, Old Hiker. Bigfoot plays Basket Maker. And then Fireplace with his normal build. Okay, I see. And he got a field. Crazy. And now Bigfoot or Freemason has one more move. Okay, I'll grab 3 wood. And now I can build the well. So I can pay now 3 food to acquire and cattle, and they can both live in my house thanks to my kids' corner. There's also something along the lines of like 4 wood and then fencing to breed these cattle. That's an option. If I can. So what would my 3 moves be? They'd be take fishing, take wood, fence. Now the problem with that is I would not be able to acquire anything in round 8 because I would have to eat one of my cattle to just acquire a cattle back. Because a cattle is the most important thing for food, or most efficient acquiring option for food. So yeah. I also want to do Cooking Hearth upgrade. Cooking Hearth upgrade is pretty key, especially with family growth coming. Oh, I see. Lady in Waiting played Muddy Bog because she has ceramics. She needed the clay this round so that she can feed with it with her pottery. Ah, I see, I see. I see. Okay. What do I want to do? I need food? I don't terribly need food. Let's grab wood for now. Grabbing wood first action will probably be always good for me for the rest of the game. Yeah, I hurt Bigfoot quite a lot with that move because it meant that Freemason could grow immediately after Lady in Waiting. So I hurt Bigfoot a lot and helped Freemason. So hopefully I beat Freemason. Yeah, convert clay. There it is, the pottery. So yeah, that's nice for Lady in Waiting. Lady in Waiting, nice start here. Clay oven, ceramics, seed cellar. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I probably want to build a cooking hearth here. That'll be one of my moves. Because the increased efficiency for the cooking hearth is quite nice. So now I gain a food whenever I buy a cattle. But if I master tanner it, then it's neutral, food neutral. But that's okay. Food neutral is fine. So then my last move could be something like, do I want 4 clay? Do I need more than 4 clay, or is 4 clay enough? Yeah, 4 clay is all the clay I need for the rest of the game. I could play an occupation. I could play the Master Tanner here. Okay. And then I'll do this. All right, I think this works. 1, and then I can eat 2 of these, which gives me 8 food, and then I Master Tanner 1 of them. So 7 food, net plus 1, and then 3 to acquire next round. Okay. So I have feed 6, I'm left with 3 food, and now I can acquire a cattle. And then this cattle I can again convert with Master Tanner. I think that works out. All right. So on my to-do list is building the well. No real rush for it because nobody else is in a position to build the well. They're all like a couple stone away. And I have more actions than everyone else right now, so I can react to them as also. Also, you know what? I put Bigfoot in a hard position. If I first move start player, second move tenant farmer, what can he do about that? He can do nothing. And then I could grow in round 9. All right, let's do that then. So what would my 2 improvements be? Black Swan Lake and Night Bazaar. Night Bazaar can get me a reed, which would let me reno, and then it can grab a wood off Spinny or something. 6 food, awk, acquire, master tanner twice is 12 food. Bigfoot, first action, start player, so he's gonna second action, build room. So I could build a stable here. I could, that's an option. It's like pretty mean, but it's totally an option. Let's do it. Rather build a stable and grow one round. I don't need to play Night Bazaar. So that's fine. I like stables anyways. Yeah, you're right. And now actually I have room with Kids Corner to breed without fencing. So that's kind of, so I should try, I'm going to try to do that with maybe boar in round 9 or else sheep. So yeah, I don't like that start player by Bigfoot. Not at all. I get what he's thinking, but yeah. If he likes his if he wants to get his manure out, great. But he needed to build some rooms. I guess he can first action build room next round. Maybe he would have had to do that anyways. Like maybe there's a line where if he does first room build, then I start player, then lady in waiting first action start players into room, something like that. But Bigfoot with cat lover should be able to room block anytime, like if he has to. I wonder if Bigfoot will take boar as retaliation. He could do something like that. He totally could. But when he does, I play Tenant Farmer, and then he's really sad. Oh, you know what? If I play Tenant Farmer here... No, that works, because I don't have to acquire until next round. Right. So I can eat this cattle, Master Tanner it, and still have 2 food after paying for Tenant Farmer. Alright. Let's see if we can make this work. Yeah, there's too much information, and it sucks that so much of it is wasted to like this dead space here. So I eat a cattle, put it on the Master Tanner, pay for my Tenant Farmer. And I can hold all 3 of them at the moment. So what this right now, what Tenant Farmer is, it's a loan. Or it's not even a loan, it's just it's a food infusion, and I have to pay it back with points at the end. I think it's worth it because I need the food. I need wood as well. Freemason goes on family growth, okay. So nothing here that I super want, so this is a good time to play the well. So So I can eat a cattle, tanner it, and then acquire a... actually, no. No, no, no. Eat boar. Acquire... eat boar, tanner it, and acquire a cattle. I'm going to try to breed cattle here. Yeah, of course. Feeling like wood is going to be an issue. Absolutely it will. Yep. But the nice thing is I have ways of plowing a lot, and if you can plow a lot, that means you don't need as many you don't need as many fences, or you don't get punished as much for not having a lot of fences. But yeah, you're absolutely right that wood is going to be an issue. I'll have access to a lot of food thanks to my early cooking hearth. But to be fair, there's 2 cooking hearths and a fireplace built already round 8, which is very unusual. And the person that doesn't have it, Lady in Waiting, has excellent food engine already. So, yeah. Yeah, and if Bigfoot's gonna bully on the food, which is probably, it's a good move, I think he totally should, you know, that's gonna be really hard for us. Can I zoom into Bazaar? Yeah. Can size that a little less so that it can stay on even when I have it unselected. I need food. Boar is food. Traveling players and fishing is food. So there's lots of food actions available actually. So I don't really need food that much. I need wood, but there's only 2 wood available. 2 wood sucks. Let's get better than 2 wood. Let's do this. 2 boar, eat a sheep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold a boar here. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, do that. Yeah, the donkey might actually be super key, because I might need to do, like, if I plow 4 times with donkey, then I only need, if I have like 10 wood for fencing, that's okay. That would be okay. Yeah, it looks like it'll be very difficult for me to play pole barns. Like, to get that much wood and then play even more would be really tough. Yeah, I attacked Bigfoot really hard with that move, and it's hurt him. I don't know if it's paying off for me or not. That's hard to say. Because I lose an action, and losing 1 action before the second harvest is actually huge. Like, it's a 3 food action, or it's mostly feeding, or it lets you do something else to set up once you're done feeding. Like, the thing about this game is you have actions that give you food and then actions that give you points. You have to do the actions that give you food, and then once your feeding is secure, then you can do actions that give you points. Now, it's not always in that order, but the point being that there are always a minimum number of actions that you have to do, which are food-based actions, right? And then developing your farm goes over and above that. So, adding 1 action is almost always adding a point action versus adding a food action. Because you're 2 people, 2 actions should be enough to get all your food. 2 actions per harvest. Or 2 actions per round going into each harvest should be enough to get all the food you need for the whole game. So then your 3rd and 4th action should be farm development actions. That's kind of the way I would characterize that. But now even like saying 2 actions per round on food, that's even too much. Like, it should be like, if you can get it down to 1 action per harvest, that's ideal. Like, that's really good. Like what Lady in Waiting's doing, where it's 1 action, boom. So it's not just a food action, it's also a farm development action, because she gets to sow her grain as well. You want to get into that kind of position. Freemason, come on. I don't love playing with Freemason. He's good at the game. He's excellent Agricola player, but I don't love playing with him, not gonna lie. I might take 2 wood with my second action. Because really, what else am I gonna do? Like 5 food fishing traveling players is an acquire action plus a food. So it's 1 food better than a vegetable. Okay. Because after this round, of course, I'm going to have 4 people. So then acquiring will cost me 4. So, yeah, 3 rooms. There we go. Let's grab wood here. I'm going to have the most actions, so I can afford to gobble up the bad wood actions. Lady in Waiting plays start player cherry orchard. Okay. I mean, it gets a vegetable and it gets some wood actually. Actually, getting wood feature is normally like not that important or interesting, but in this game, it's actually like quite good. um, I kind of want to play Night Bazaar here just to take the wood off of like steal a wood away from Lady in Waiting, but uh, I can do that later, I guess. 1, 2, 3 for Black Swan Lake. Feed 4 plus O. Breed A. So I only need to take away 4 food, which is pretty cool. And the Master Tanner is empty now. Feeling like an EIK with this lack of wood. Yeah. Yeah. With 6 wood rooms built and no 4 wood 4 wood occupations, you are absolutely right. Yeah. I wonder if Freemason's gonna. Yeah, don't, because he knows that. He knows that it's the convention to put wood on the board. But I think he tries to get a competitive advantage by not doing so. So I'll happily take traveling players and fishing because that's a grain and 2 food and it's a vegetable and 2 food. I'll happily do that. And then maybe take 4 food, 4 clay. The stone is gone. All these actions are really terrible. So I could just plow. Plowing is fine. But I don't have my donkey out yet, so plowing is like a little worse. Food is cool. You always need more food. Always, always, always. And with Acquirer, I can always find a use for the food. Yeah, Lady in Waiting's in a good spot. Mostly because she has the most wood. She actually has enough wood to fence her farm. Oh, ruins for Bigfoot. That's fun. That's always fun. So I'll grab Freemason doesn't need the clay. Lady in Waiting doesn't need the clay. So clay should come back. So I'll grab the other 6 wood action. Those are 2 acquirer actions I just got. Or 3 acquirer actions for the price of 2. This is where we spam the food emoticon that doesn't exist. Not yet. Maybe soon. There's the fencing from Lady in Waiting. Very nice. Very nice. Her problem will be point ceiling. Is her point ceiling too low? She's only on 3 rooms, but low point ceiling is not a problem when not all of us can do stuff. SP, Bazaar, Reedwood, that's an excellent idea. Yep, Verindy, that is an excellent idea. And I have 2 actions left, so I can for sure do that. So clay, and then Bazaar. Now, I don't like passing a minor to someone going into round 11, because there's always a chance they first action play at round 11, and then that's sad. But in this case, I think it's okay. So I'll take that wood, and I'll take a reed. One wood and reed. What are the odds I can acquire something? Let's just acquire veg for now. But you know what? With all the rooms available and all the growing that can happen, like start player family growth is less valuable, and a lot of plow actions have happened as well. So plow sow is plow. The big thing is family growth is great for Lady in Waiting and me, and Freemason. Freemason less so because he has more rooms. But the big thing is plow sow is like really bad for Lady in Waiting, and she doesn't want to pass that to Freemason. She doesn't need that at all. I'm going to take wood, and I'm going to fence 12 in a really tight space. And then I'm going to try to cover up the rest of the spaces with Freemason will do SP if he can. But he doesn't want plow sow that much either. He's okay with getting sow and then plow sow later. Like he's not that much in a rush. But yeah, Lady in Waiting getting 2 cattle, 2 sheep, huge. Huge and very good. Very good for her. Nice rancher game. Evening Prayer, Rancher, Sunrise Admirer. Nice all round. That Rancher, yeah. With how wood starved this game is, that Rancher is really good. The only downside of the Fence 12 is that I can't play pole barns, and I might need to play pole barns in order to be able to win. Like I'm already past the point of Dung Collector popping off this round, so the only advantage of fencing here would be that I can play Donkey. And I could just fence. I could just plow twice. I don't know. This is hard. Let's try it. Fence 12. Lady in Waiting plays Omni Farmer. Oh, that's really good. That's point ceiling card there. Holy. Holy. Bigfoot might plow. Freemason might plow. Ooh, Bigfoot's got layabout. Very nice. Putting a sheep on Omni. Oh, wow. And then she can breed twice, and that's perfect layout for her sheep. Yeah. Omni Farmer. I love Omni Farmer. I always try to play it too early, though. Ooh, Pumpkin Trellis. That's right. I forgot. Passing. I passed Pumpkin Trellis to take Lighthouse, and Lighthouse is sitting in my hand rotting away. So I could do Renault Donkey here, or I could just plow. I think Renault Donkey is good because if plow comes to me, I can first action plow, and that would be fine. I don't really want to play any more majors, so... So I can feed 8. Read that. And acquire a grain, I guess. You know what? I could acquire sheep and boar. Is Dung Collector worth playing? It's like strictly worse than a plow for me at the moment. I don't know. I think it's fine. Good card, yeah. Pumpkin Trellis is ridiculously good. I'm actually amazed that given Lady in Waiting has what she had. Did she take Evening Prayer out of that pile? I wonder. I wonder what she took. Start player, no minor. That would be very sad. But what else can I do? Take one boar and then hope it comes back and then play March. Yeah, I could do that. It's pretty sad though. Yeah, not great actions available. That is an understatement. 2 stone and then read stone food. Those are 2 actions I can do. Dung Collector might be worth it at this point just to get it. I mean, it might be 3 points. Like if food, or 2 points. If food is in excess, then it might be 2 points. Because it's like, I pay 3 food, 1 for the action, 2 for the plows, and then I get 2 plows out of it, which is probably 3 points. Maybe it's 4 points, but if it's 4 points, I'm in really bad shape. Yeah, I had Chief's Grandson, Indentured Servant, Lighthouse in my hand. And then round 5 Family Growth fell into my lap. And yeah. Oh, man. It's hard because if I'd done that, then Pumpkin Trellis, I'd be winning. If I had Pumpkin Trellis, I would be winning. Absolutely. Let's march. 2 fields. So yeah, my last 2 actions can be like 2 wood and reedstone food. Oh, reedstone food's gone. It's 3 actions for 3 points. Not that good. There might be better stuff just taking animals or taking crops. Like I could take grain and vegetable here with 2 actions. And then I could do, then my plow sow would be quite strong. V or G is 2 points if you plow sow next turn. Yep, yeah, which is more, you're right, Verindy, which is more if than stone reed. Because it's an action I'm already going to do, whereas I don't necessarily have to reno. I need to turn my light on. It's got really dark in here. Wow, spare fence posts. I wish I had seen that earlier. There might be a line here now where I get 3 wood, build, I block someone's fencing. Like if I could block Freemason's fencing, I'm definitely doing it. And then I could play pole barns myself. Something like that. But for now, I'll focus on what I was doing before. Take vegetable. And then last move is maybe 1 grain. But yeah, that's pretty sad. I would have liked to have known about it. I have nice improvement points. My animal points will be probably just okay because I have to pay the tenant farmer back. And my plow points will be okay, but my house will not be that strong. And that's hard for me to overcome. Are you allowed to use the card if you have 0 wood? Yep. At least I assume you can. Everything I know says that I'm allowed to. Oh, there you go. He got so no fence blocking available for me. That's okay. But that's okay because now I have an option where I do something like take 4 wood and then fence and I don't know, do something. The fence sock guy doesn't let you, but he might be worded. Yeah, I think he's worded differently. All right. Plow sow. Do I want to acquire something? Like, do I acquire a boar here? There's not that much food available. But I think it's probably worth it. Let's acquire a boar. Try to get a breeding pair of each of the 3 animal types. And just like that, I need food. So I expect Bigfoot is grabbing 6 wood here. So then I can plow or I can take 2 sheep. Now, if I don't take the sheep, I think Freemason is taking the sheep. That 20 food is gone. Yeah. 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 I'm spending like a madman. Um, Plow is 3 points. Sheep is also a bunch of points. But you know what? Plow one field is not that desirable for anyone right now. I'm taking the sheep. The sheep are definitely worth more. Start player for Lady in Waiting. Setting up her Plow Sow at the end of the game for a bunch of points. Yep. Going last in round 14 is kind of sad, but that's just the way the game is. Plow should come back to me, because I think Bigfoot needs to use his actions. He's going to use his actions to Reno. He needs to, because he wants to Reno twice more. So he needs to take Reed and Clay and Reno with his 3 moves. So if Freemason doesn't plow, I get plow. So that's good. That makes me happy. Because that's a 3-point plow. The last plow is not as important. Randy, do you go to any gaming cons? Nope. I live in a town where there are not really any conventions. I live in Waterloo, Ontario, so we're not big enough that we get anything big. There was a board gaming convention for one day, but like none of the vendors had anything I had ever heard of. Like, so I wasn't really that excited by it. What did Bigfoot do? Where's his person? I don't know. Whatever. I'll do my plow just to be safe. I don't think Boar is getting taken. You know what? Let's risk it. I think we can risk it. Um, yeah, so there was one day. Now, I'm not far from Toronto, and there's tons of stuff in Toronto, but making the trek is. I have a car now, but I haven't had a car for that long, so there are definitely better options for me to go to Toronto than there was before, but also I didn't have that much money for a long time because I was a poor student. Um, um, I should come down for the World Board Gaming Championships. It's near Pittsburgh. You know what? I did when I got the car last summer. I was looking at all that. I was looking at let's drive to Gen Con to do the Agricola World Championship qualifiers. And you know what? I probably would have done it except for the fact that you needed a U.S. passport to compete. So what I'm gonna do is for the next time they have one, I'm gonna try to convince them to open it up to Canadians because there's no opportunity for a Canadian to go and compete. Um, like there's no venue for us to do so in. Let's do that. Leave myself room for another room. Not that I'm likely to play it, but at least I have the room for it. Oh, I should take food. Oh, I forgot about that. I can eat a boar. Oh, I'll eat a boar and a vegetable. Doing a sow action in the last round would be good. It's because the U.S. Nationals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, what I'll argue is, hey, let's make it the North American qualifier. Because yeah, I definitely was thinking about that driving to Gen Con, and they also had one near in Ohio somewhere, and I'm close. I'm not. It would be like a 9 or 10 hour drive to Indianapolis, but Ohio is a lot closer. Ohio would be like a 7 hour drive, so I could. I mean, they're not that far for me. I can definitely do it. Um, yeah, I've thought about it. The NBA has a team in Toronto and the NHL. Yes, they do. Oh yeah, Toronto's a huge city. I'm not downplaying Toronto at all, but um, there's stuff that goes on there. I did go to Anime North, which is the and Champion Breeder for Freemason. I passed so many good cards. Uh, I'll feed VAF. So that breeds. Oh, do I not have room for all of them to breed? Ooh, that would be bad. That can breed. Oh yeah, no, I can keep those in the house. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Yes, Flat Hill, really nice for Bigfoot. Really nice. Um, oh, Vrindy. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. No, but this one specifically says you have to be an American citizen. Um, oh, if Plowso could come to me, that would be really cool. I would love Plowso. Um, yeah, so I went to Anime North, which is that's not. There was some gaming there, like there was a gaming room, but it was mostly an anime convention. So I went to that one with my roommates, and that was pretty cool. The costumes were just unreal. I like all the cosplays, and what there was a voice actor from Cardcaptor Sakura, which I watched Cardcaptors when I was growing up on Teletoon in Canada, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was fun. Um, Average Joe. If you just love games in general, I would recommend the World Board Gaming Championship. It's a week of nonstop gaming, one of my favorite times of the year. Okay, so I have an unfair bias against the World Board Gaming Championships, and the reason is it's called the World Board Gaming Championships, and it's in like some nowhere town in the States. And I'm like, really? This is the World Board Gaming Championships? And I just like, I find it silly. Um, because like there's no way so something like the Agricola World Championships, that's a true world championship because they set up flights and everything for people so that it was truly an international competition, right? And online too, you can do stuff. Um, but yeah, I just think it's so funny, and it's like how many people go? It's like what 90% Americans, and like probably 5% Canadians, and then 5% people from the rest of the world. You know. All right, what's gonna come back to me? 6 wood into 3 stables is 2 moves for 3 points. Plowing is 2 points. Taking animals, taking food is also stuff that I can do. I think I family growth here. It's a 3 point move. Okay, so if I'm using my tenant farmer, cattle grows to 4, tenant farmer takes away a point. So I can eat a cattle here lose no points. Boar, pay the tenant farmer, breed back, keep my points. Sheep, I can eat a sheep. So I can eat a cattle, a sheep, and a cattle and a sheep for 6 food, another 2 food. So I actually need one more food. So that was only a 2 point action here, family growth. But that's okay because I can probably do other stuff. That's gonna get me food and no, not really. Hmm. Nikki Wu. So it's the Americans' View of the World Board Game Championship. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly kind of my thing that I like to make fun of. Um, Verindy, when do you have to return animals? I have to return the animals at the end of the game, so it's after the last harvest. Um, so I can eat animals, have them. Actually, I can return them at any time. I could return them now if I wanted. There's just no. I'm gonna wait for the last minute. Wait until I have all the information for how the game ends up. All in all, not a terrible game. I don't have. Actually, Lady in Waiting and I are not that different from each other. Like, we have. She has more improvement points, but not by much. I have an extra family member. The big difference is the Omni Farmer. She's going to have a 5 point Omni Farmer, which I cannot touch. Yeah, Joe, I mean, I'm just like, it's just silly. Like, it's not really a true objection. It's just like, you know, yeah. I feel like, okay, what I think it is, it's about making it seem bigger than it is. I think that's why I find it kind of silly because it's like, I could hold the World Board Gaming Championships in my backyard in Waterloo, and it would not be a true. And I could call it that, but it wouldn't be a true thing. It really, do what you like. I'm not. I'm like shitting on this way more than I need to. I'm just trying to joke about it. Really, it's like you do what you like, right? It doesn't. It's cool either way. Um, I don't really have many points here. The pole barns option is kind of gone. Freemason probably is going to build stables, so I'll just do my fields here. That's fine. And then if my last two actions are taking food or taking an animal, something like that. I mean, they can call it whatever they want, Nikki Wu, but you know, yeah. It's and I know a lot of people that love it. There was a guy who played a lot on the site for a while that I know goes, and he's from Toronto. Oh, what's his username? It was like Joe something. Maybe I'm just saying that because of average Joe. Um, I search this. Man, our search is weird. It always just puts. Oh, ad hoc. That's who it is. Ad hoc. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what his real name is, but he used to play on the site a lot. Let's see, when's the last time he played? I'm not that active anymore, so I don't know who else is active. Yeah, played in September last, really. Yeah, he was good. Vegetable for 1 point. And then my last action is maybe taking food. $54 for Lady in Waiting. Just bonkers. Really, really strong. Like, I really was worried about Bigfoot, but Lady in Waiting had That rancher was just nuts. Does Freemason have a card I forgot about? Why does he have a million resources? Because he's renovating and doing Basket Maker's Workshop here. I don't know why he took the wood. He might have taken the wood and then immediately gotten the stable blocked by Lady in Waiting. So I score 47. So everyone scored really nicely. That's the thing. This game was lots of strong players, but Lady in Waiting strategy worked the best. Having your first pick miner being a dead card is killer. Feed A instead. I don't think it matters. I think either way, I have to return the animals. Like what? I only had 3 sheep. So if I breed one, so I actually should have zero. I should have one sheep. That's it. Sorry, I should only have 1 sheep because I breed up to 4, return, and then feed 2. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you're looking at, Verindy. No, I only am supposed to have 1 sheep here. Yeah, sorry about that. You're right. So yeah, I come in last. 48 for 47 for me, 48 for Freemason, 49 for Bigfoot, and Lady in Waiting killed us with 54. Um, sorry, sorry, Bigfoot. Decent end game for having your entire drafted plan turn upside down. Yeah, well, you know what? You can pretty much always have a decent game if you get round 5 family growth fall into your lap when your feeding is okay. Like that's the thing. If family growth is round 7 and round 5 is Reno, this game is totally different. Totally different. Because then I can play for my Lighthouse and I can acquire so much more. And yeah, and obviously I'd have fewer actions, but I can acquire longer, which makes up for that. And my acquiring would be cheaper for longer, you know. I still ended up with like a nice score. But yeah, round 5 family growth fell into my lap, and that threw everything else for a loop. Yeah. Oh well. I could have more points if I get spare fence posts, because then I could have played pole barns. But I mean, really, you know, it was an okay game. It was gonna be really hard to beat Educator that gets Animal Pen out plus with Cat Lover Pen Builder. Um, an Immigrant Son, you know, it's just nice play. And then what? Freemason took Hut Builder over Educator. Ends up having an okay game. I mean, 48 is good. He beat me, but like not outstanding. None of us really did outstanding. Lady in Waiting though. Max Pottery, like ceramics and Rancher did work. She is not wrong about that. Evening Prayer plus Rancher. And then Seed Seller too, so like really nice. Well played by her. Very well played. Yeah, she had more animal points than me, but one more animal point. And then she's got I have more points from crops actually. I have one. No, we have the same. We have the same points in crops, but she has like otherwise it's similar. But pottery, the pottery is the difference. Really, like our points versus like it comes down to our improvement points, and it's like stone oven, clay oven, pottery versus well and having a fifth family member. That's the difference. And so she has like a couple more points than me from that. That's the big difference. And she's allowed to do that thanks to the fact that she has Rancher getting her wood, so she doesn't need to do a silly 2 wood grab. So yeah. Anyways,